Namaste, everyone, and welcome to this edition of a 10-minute chair yoga class. This one's going to be a little different. We're not actually going to sit in the chair for 10 minutes. We're actually going to use it, as I always tell everybody, as a dance partner. A lot of times we sit way too much in this world, so I'm looking for a way for you to use it as a tool. You can use it in an office, you can use it at home. If you don't, you can use almost any chair that you have available. It's nice because, as I said, we sit way too much in our society, so it's nice to do some stretches that involve the chair, which might give you a little more stability and make you feel a little more confident in doing some yoga poses. But what we're going to do first to start is we are going to stand in mountain pose, which is our typical basic standing pose. And what I want you to do is stand up nice and tall. Remember, as I always tell the kids, mountains aren't like this. Mountains are nice and tall. So when we do this, I want you to think mountain as you stand in pose. So you're going to stand with your feet comfortably apart. Now for me, they tend to be in a little bit closer. For some people, it's out a little bit. It's okay. It's wherever feels better for you. So you're going to stand up nice and tall. What I want you to do, even if you have shoes on, what I want you to do is I want you to feel your weight shift back in front of your heels. This is actually where your center of gravity is in the body. And it's the perfect place to begin stacking your bones, because Tadasana is perfectly stacked bones. And you want to keep the knees soft, don't lock them out. Nice and tall. You're going to tuck your tailbone. So put one hand on your solar plexus and one hand on your sacrum. Tuck the tailbone under, feel yourself be tall. Release your hands to your side, shoulders up by the ears, and drop the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the chin parallel with the floor. I want you to close your eyes if you're comfortable and just slightly drop the chin down. Now, if you feel uncomfortable and a little unbalanced, what I want you to do is put your hand right on your dance partner, which is your chair. So you feel a little more. If you're confident in standing, what I want you to do is bring your prayer hands together in front of the heart center for what's called Samasthiti, which means equal balance standing. So you're going to press your palms together and place them in front of your heart center. And what I want you to do is feel like you can draw a straight line up your body from the front of your heels, up through your legs, through your spine, out through the top of your head. Nice and tall here. Tadasana can be very grounding and very empowering when we stand. And then I want you to lightly crack your eyes and release your hands if they're not already released. I want you to rest one hand on the chair, your dance partner, the back of it. And what I want you to do is open your legs out to hips width. Now, what that typically means is that you heel and you toe out, and there you are at hips width. And once again, I want you to lift up through the front of your body. I want you to lift up or shift back. So the weight is in front of your heels. Remember, that's your center of gravity. That's how we want to stand nice and tall. You want to, once again, make sure your tailbone is tucked under so you're nice and tall here as well. What you're going to do next is have your one hand rest on the back of the chair. The opposite arm comes up alongside the ear. What I want you to do next is take a deep inhale, and you're going to lean, holding onto the chair, over to the right, and the gaze is going to come towards the left arm. And then you're going to come back to center. Now, you can just turn around. I'm going to, what I call, swing my partner. So I'm going to bring my partner from my right side to my left. And again, you're going to rest your hands on your opposite hand on the back of the chair, just for a little bit of strengthening, feeling a little more balance. Bring your right arm alongside the ear. Take a deep inhale, exhale, leaning over to the left. Gaze coming towards the right arm. And coming back to center, releasing the hand down. Now what I want you to do is turn to face your chair. And I want you to place your hands on the back of it. We're going to do downward facing dog using the chair, which is actually really wonderful. Downward facing dog stretches all of the long muscles of the body. Now you can do this actually on a desk. You can do it on a counter. I tend to do it in the kitchen when I'm in the kitchen too much. I have to do I do a downward facing dog using the counter. So you're just going to rest the palms of your hands on the back of the chair or whatever you're using. And you're going to begin to walk the feet out. You get to that furthest point, and then you're going to press your weight back into your bottom as you drop your head down. First, bring the head back to neutral, and then take that skull right up towards your chair, or your desk, counter, whatever you need. And standing up nice and tall. What I want you to do next is you're going to step back with one of your feet. I'm going to step back with my right. You can step back with your left. It doesn't really matter because you're going to do both sides. So you're going to step back with the right foot and set that heel down. What I want you to do for me for just a moment is make sure that that right hip is pressing forward and the left hip is pressing back. We're setting up to do a pyramid pose here, a side stretch. So you're going to place your hands on the back of the chair, and I have to scooch back just a little bit because I have very long legs and arms. So what you're going to do here is you're going to inhale, lift up to the heart. Exhale, you're going to press back into your bottom and drop the head down. Feel lengthening down both sides of your body here. Bring the head back to neutral. You're going to step all the way up. Once again, coming to stand at the back of your chair. And once again, now we'll do the other side. So again, if you need to, if you're like me and you have to do a little adjusting, so you step that foot back. Inhale, lift up through your heart, and exhale, lower the head down. Bringing the head back up, softening the front knee as you step forward once again. We're using the chair to help us feel strong. If we feel that we have a balance issue, that's where the chair comes in. It gives you that little bit of support is what we're looking for. We're going to do one other thing. Use it, just placing your hands on the back of the chair. I want you to walk your feet out. Do about arm's width. And what I want you to do is pretend to sit back into an imaginary chair as we come to Utkatasana. This is an awkward chair. Keep the weight in front of your heels as you do this, lifting up through your heart, dropping the shoulders down. This is a very powerful, empowering pose. And then straightening the arms up and walking back to the chair. What I want you to do next is to turn like we did at the beginning, so that you are having that chair or the back of the chair or whatever you're using alongside you. So you're going to put a hand on it. We're actually going to do tree pose using the chair here. Everyone complains about I don't have balance to do balance poses, but you can use a chair, a wall, a counter, a desk, and it will help you build up your balance, which is what we're looking to do here. So you're going to rest your hand, whatever hand is there, whether it's your right or your left, on the back of the chair or whatever you're using. You're going to first come into kickstand here. So you're going to take the right heel, put it to the inside of the left ankle. Now what I want you to do is feel that nice tallness that we had in mountain pose. The weight is still in front of the foot that's standing, that's flat on the floor. So that's what I want you to focus on. Now, if this is all you can do, that is perfectly fine. If you feel a little stronger, what you can do is lift the foot right up to your calf. It's a great place to start. If this feels comfortable, you can lift the right arm up, and you're still holding onto the chair, so you feel a little stronger, like you're not going to fall over. And then you're going to bring the hand down, release the leg out, shake them out a little bit here. Now, again, you can turn around and you put the chair on the other side, or you can do what I do, which I call swinging the partner, bringing the chair over to the other side. And again, we're setting up just like we did the other one. Remember that the weight is in front of the standing foot. The other foot comes to your ankle. It's called kickstand for a reason. It looks like a kickstand. Now, you can stay here and lift the arm up, but that's where you're at, and that's perfectly fine, because what's happening is you're training the body. If you feel ambitious because you're holding on to the chair or whatever you're using, you can lift that foot up to your calf. If you're comfortable here, you're going to lift the arm up. And then release the limbs out, shake them out. What this does is it teaches the body how to stack the bones. You got to remember when you're doing balance poses that you want to make sure your bones are stacked. If your bones aren't perfectly stacked like they were in the first pose that we did, mountain pose, you should be working first with mountain pose, learning to stack your bones properly, and then just coming into kickstand and feeling that uplift of Tadasana that is actually in tree pose. So those are things that you can do, great to do in the middle of the day. Any standing poses gives you some energy, warms you up if you're cold, kind of makes you feel like you can take on the rest of your day. And with that, we'll take a final breath together, inhaling, arms up, palms to touch. Prayer hands come together overhead and down in front of the heart center as you close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it all out. We'll bring the prayer hands to our third eye spot to honor the wisdom. Prayer hands will come down and point towards the floor to honor the location, the space in which you just practiced. And then bring your prayer hands back to the heart center to honor yourself. Namaste, everyone, and thank you.